see what's happening in the live chat. YouTube's going to break it up into multiple videos just to make it suck. We'll have to do, hi everybody! Make sure you refresh. If you are here, that's great. I'm just going to throw refresh in the chat. I think everything is working. Let me know. Freaky Geek says, at least I'm getting to thumbs up the dye session more than once. Well, you know, that's positive. I'm not happy from my perspective. This is the second reset we've done today. Let me know if you can hear and see. I am just jumping into mine here to see what I can see. Hang on, it's being naughty. There we go. No, that's the old one. We just did that one. Go away. Refresh. Everyone's refreshing. Everyone's back. Everyone's coming back. I'm just checking to see what I can see. And that is the last one. That's not what we're doing now. Nope, that's still the last one. Oh, goodness me, you guys. This is terrible. Looks good. Can you see yarn in one pan and yarn not in another pan? No, that's still being naughty. I hope you guys are getting the right thing, because I'm not. Everyone sees yarn. That's great. Everyone can see the yarn. Okay, all right, Andrea. And poor Andrea has been holding these 3 wet skeins while I madly click and do things so that you guys could watch me at least put the yarn in once. So, oops, oh, for a second there I thought my microphone cord was in the other pan. It's fine, it's fine. Tim says, sorry, Tammy says press the thumbs up again, please. I would appreciate it. I know it's a bit frustrating. Alright, I need a bit more water in these pans because the yarn soaked it all up. Hey Andrea, could you top up the fresh water pan for me, please? We've been going through the water between stealing water for dye. I'm not a low water user when it comes to dyeing, I'm afraid. Okay, you know, when you put your fingers in a really hot pan. Yay team, I see yarn! Woohoo! We got yarn, people! Oh, Andrew's organised. She had a bucket there waiting. Goodness me, that is a bucket of water, FYI. Oh, someone's asked a question. Oh, everyone remember to go back to live chat again. I've missed questions again. Sorry, guys. Also, I'm on my little screen, so I can only, and I'm quite away from it than I usually am. My third time. Hope it's last. I hope it's the last too. Sharon, in each pan there is 300 grams. So each skein is a 100-gram skein of sock yarn. This sock yarn is a 20%, 80% mix of nylon Australian wool. This is an unmuled wool. If you don't know what that is, hit Google. Google's your buddy. Tells you all the good info. Alrighty. Calming down. I'm calming down. Thank you all for coming back yet again. Please remember to hit that thumbs up. I am going to edit the other video, which will mean we lose the live chat conversation in there. But I'll think about whether it's worth editing. I'll rewatch it and see if I need to edit it. But I am going to leave it there. I'm not going to delete it because we did miss our conversation. Okay, so welcome back everybody. Not that late for the third start. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, what we're doing is we're matching the beautiful kitty picture. I've done a nice sort of grey tone. I'm going to leave the cream on the top here so that we do get that mottled tone for the kitty fur. But we're going to add some blue because that kitty's got those beautiful, beautiful blue eyes. Now I've mixed this blue and it's quite intense and bright. So what I'm actually going to do is water it down. So I'm going to grab this container. Actually, I don't want to dirty this one. This one's just for scooping water. So bear with me while I run off and grab another container. Hey, I'm like, hey everybody, watch out! There's cords running on the ground that I just tripped over. Kick it out of the way. Alrighty, where's that microphone gone? Bing, tink, knock it against things. Sorry, people. Alright, what I'm going to do, because we really want to wash it out. I've got 550 in there. So just a big jug of clear water, and I'm just going to add in. So that's about 250. So I'm going to add in about 100. Just a dash more. We're going to make it quite pale. We can always darken it. The thing with dyeing is, if you make it too dark to start with, you're stuffed. But if you start softer, you can go darker. Okay? So that's my trick, is we start softer. You're making a kitty colorway. It is. It's so gorgeous. So what I'm going to do here is I've got about 600 mils of liquid there, or thereabouts. And I'm going to try and pour about half it over here because we wanted the blue wash. But we still want to keep some of the cream. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm actually really happy with that. That blue mix is perfect, and we can add more. Actually, what I might do is I'll do the 500 in here, and then I've got more dye and I can mix that. So, because we do want to keep some of the cream, so that the grey is offset, but we also want lots of this pretty pale blue. And we want some of it on the grey, so we get that beautiful grey blue of his eyes. There we go. I just had 550 ml of just plain water in there to top up. Okay, so this one is set. I'm not going to do anything else to that. I'm happy with that. What do you guys think? Are you happy with this? We've got the grey underneath, so it'll look a lot like that on the bottom. And we've got the creamy soft top side with the blue wash through it. So we're going to do it. We're going to do the blue wash again. There you go. Oh, you can just put that there. And we've got another, about, what do I use? I used 250 down to 150, so I used 100. So I want to go down to 50. These are one of a kind because it's not exact, you guys, but I am trying to get the two pans as close to as possible to each other. So I'm just drizzling on the blue. Andrea's giggling at me because she hates me doing one of a kind colours. But we're making these special now with Fibrific Limited. If you're late, we had a little talk, and there's going to be a new thing for our once a month DyeStream yarns. There we go. That's probably a little darker. Not identical, but close. Get that under the water a little. Okay. Freaky says, I thought she was just pouring water in. Well, it was very watered down blue dye, so it would have looked like water. Tell her to take notes if she wants it, not one of a kind. Yeah, exactly. Andrew's in there like, don't give me lip. So, Lindsay, what do you think? It will dry paler. So we've had this discussion before. When yarn is wet, it looks a lot more intense. But with the subtleties of these colours, it'll be very pale, very gentle, very subtle. And because of how we've done this colouring, you'll get a nice wash of greys moving into creams and then the blues. So, and then there'll be a little bit of blue-grey as well. So hopefully you'll like that. Oh, you guys, that was when the camera was frozen, yeah. Freaky, oh, what? Oh, Sally, yes. So before we actually, so yes, it was when the camera was frozen, guys. Sorry, I didn't know the camera was frozen. So what I did was I put a very pale grey through the water. So when I first laid the yarn in, that's when we got the grey on the back side. And that's why it's only on one side and not both. So we've got a little bit, we've got bits of grey and blue on the back sides there. You need to just get these up, get the heat up a little bit, and then get some, and then pop them aside. So I'm just going to pop their heats up a dash just to get them going. Do you have plans to do other kitty pics? Well, if they're in the Fibrific Inspo hashtag, I'll definitely look at them. I personally love kitties. This is the second kitty that we've done. We did Joss's Billy the first time around, and he's a cream. I don't know what kind of cat he is. Someone tell me what kind of cat Joss's kitty is. But it's a it was like a cream with a soft brown with bright blue eyes. So I'm happy to do more kitties, but they just need to go into the Fibrific Inspo for next month. Where are we? Watch the replay and yell hello as she sneaks by here. Tag your photos with Fibrific Inspo. That's exactly right. Joss is here. He's a seal point ragdoll. So he's got like the brown sort of nose bits, and it's very gorgeous. It's very gorgeous. So yeah, so if you, but the thing is, you guys, they need to be your photos. Because I am using them here in my stream, I don't want to risk a copyright strike, because 3 copyright strikes and YouTube will delete the whole channel. There's no recourse, there's nothing, your channel is deleted. So they need to be your photos that you share on Instagram using the Fibrific Inspo hashtag. Then a couple of days or the day before the DyeStream, I'll go through, have a look and pick out a couple. I tend to pick a few in like a color theme, that way I'm mixing sort of dyes that work. And you might think it's a little bit weird because the next color that I'm going to go with is not this. But what it means is we've got these colors mixed for the next color, so we'll have 2 different ones, and those colors all combining to go into the next one. How many are you doing today? I'm not sure. We're going to aim for 3 and see how we go. 3 different pictures. I have a 4th one lined up just in case we've got time. But yes, we now have 6 of these beautiful, beautiful grey blue kitties. This pen has got a bit more blue in it. This one's a bit paler, and that's getting some nice heat in there too. So they'll be ready to pull across and toss a lid on when you get. You can come and grab those whenever you want. I'll just turn their power off so that they don't beep at us. I'm just going to step aside while Andrea does all the hard work. I just stand here and look pretty. And no comments about me not actually. Anyway, we won't go there. Freaky Geek says, I'm free all night myself. Where are we? I have a kitty with green eyes named Emerald. I'm going to put a pic up of her. Oh, well, that sounds gorgeous. And we've been loving playing with some greens lately. You're up. You got it? There you go. So yeah, we've been playing with some beautiful greens. So I'm keen to see the picture of your emerald. So yeah. Oh, hello, it's beeping at me. Don't beep. We don't like it. Oh, I know. It's the other one that's beeping at me. It's fine. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with my brain today. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I went to a YouTube creators event, which was so much fun. There's a thing floating in my water and it won't let me catch it. Ha ha ha! I got it. I can't wait to see it dry. I love the subtle colors. Well, what's going to happen is it's going to sit in its pan over there for about half an hour or so, and then we'll run it through the spinner. So if you guys can bear with the noise, you'll be able to get an idea of what it'll look like pretty close to dry. And I'll have photos out to you this afternoon of it actually dry, so you've got time to decide if you want it or not before we put it up on the website. Kim's washing machine repairman's coming. That's great. I hope he fixes it this time. Jackie's off. Alright, so you guys, so Kim is on her own to moderate the group, so don't be naughty. Oh, I'm missing a thing. Oh, it's over there. Hang on, guys. I've just got to reach over. I just need to add some water to these pans for our next colour. So once I get the water in. Andrea, did you add more acid to this water when you topped it up?
Sorry?
When you topped up the pot,
yeah.
Did you add more acid?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Just had to double check. If we don't have enough acid in our water, the colour doesn't become colour fast. And if our colour's not colour fast, then it's kind of like why. It's a big why. Okay, so we've got some water in here. I'm going to do the switching thing, so bear with if we get a bit laggy for a second while I switch over and change our picture. Okay, so we're going to say bye-bye kitty and hello charcoal latte from Black Pearl Knits. This colour, oh my god, I saw this colour and just went, oh, I must have this colour. So we're going to go again creamy undertone, and we're going to go hard with that beautiful burgundy kind of colour that's there. So I've already mixed up a really nice, well, it looks nice to me, burgundy, and then depending on what I think, I might even do some burgundy sprinkles on it just for fun, but I might need to grab a glove for that, Kim. I'll wear a glove for sprinkles. Oh, Crochet Clock's here. Oh, she's got her spanner too. Excellent. Thank you, Stephanie. Because Kim's just going to start chucking her spanner at people. Excuse me. Carol wants to know how to dye for a nice tonal. Carol, I've got a YouTube video, a standalone video of how to dye tonal colours. So we probably won't be doing just a straight up tonal today, but there's a standalone video in the dye list if you want to watch that one. Sorry, I know I keep leaning forward. I've got my glasses on my head, but the problem is I have to get even further back to be able to read with them because they're not reading glasses. That looks more purple than chocolate. I agree with you, Freaky Geek, absolutely. When I'm looking at it, it definitely looks more like that burgundy kind of colour. Yeah. Andrea's having a seat. Good job. Did you grab another coffee?
No.
You should grab another coffee. Do you know how to make it? No. Okay. I've got a coffee. It's not that Andrew doesn't know how to make coffee, guys. It's just I've got one of those coffee machines that you've got to press the buttons on. My dad just button mashes until coffee appears. Andrea, everyone wants you to just pop in and say hi. You can just stand here for 1 second, go hi and run away. Hi. Andrea really doesn't want to be on camera, guys, and I feel a bit bad making her. So that's it. We're not going to make her ever again, okay? Wait, until next time. Kathleen says hello to ask who joined recently. My chat was frozen tight. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Looks like Merlot wine to Kim. Everything looks like wine to Kim. The latte looks amazing, doesn't it? Okay, so Black Pearl Knits. This is your picture. So you get to start the, do you want this, do you reckon it would be a good 4-ply or a good 8-ply? So everyone votes, but Black Pearl Knits can jump in as well. Make sure she gets her vote in, because the person who submits the photo, they get first refusal. Like there's no expectation for you to purchase the yarn at the end of the day. But as you came up with the inspiration, I let you decide first. And if you say no, I just pop it up on the website under our new Fibrific Limited that we've got coming out. It'll be a separate page on the website. I'll put links in all the normal places, you know, once I build it, which will be later today, because I meant to do it yesterday and then didn't. So yeah, so Black Pearl Knits is thinking 4-ply. Just call me Helen, thinking 8, but it looks like we're going 4-ply. There's about 10 people who are suggesting 4-ply. Kim, it's okay if you have to run, sweetie. I can keep an eye on. I've got my mouse here. I can you know, hit people, or maybe Sally Schilling would consider becoming a mod for us. So yeah, 4-ply, please, madam. So Sally, if you would consider becoming a guest mod today, let me know and I will do that. And it's Crochet Clock is here as well, so. You know, and like the reality is, other than being cheeky and hitting people with the band hammer, then, you know, it's not a lot of work to mod here. I'm not going to be throwing links out left, right and centre like the huge. So, alright, guys, I've got 3 100-gram skeins of the Pegasus, which is our 4-ply. I'm putting it into an acid water, so just a tablespoon of citric acid to about 10 litres or thereabouts of water. So it's a really weak acid. It's actually really nice on your skin. Citric acid's what they use in bath bombs and stuff like that. So I'm just getting this into the pan, and then we'll zhuzh it around a bit. I'll probably need to add a bit more water because the The yarn soaked it up. Look at that. Like a whole extra litre of water, and it's like, yep, more. More. There we go. Okay. What have we got here? Do you want to give that one a rinse? Thank you. You're a champion. Having Andrea here as a champion, it means I don't have to keep getting fresh dishes all the time, because Andrea rinses stuff for me and brings me new pots of water, and I don't have to run away as much. It's wonderful and novel and exciting. So I've just tried to make this pretty even in the pan. Like, it's all wiggly. I've got it wiggling across a little, but this is just in the undyed natural cream, and then we've got our beautiful burgundy. Now I'm tossing up how to do this. Do you reckon we should do 6 of this as well? We don't have another 3, do we?
I can quickly scan up another. I've got 3 in the box, so I can quickly.
That's all right. It's fine. Yeah.
But the Andromeda, why don't you do?
Maybe we could do. Yeah, let's do 3 of each.
Okay.
That sounds great. We're going to do 3 of each. We're going to do 3 in the 4-ply, and we're going to do 3 in the 8-ply. All because I'm not organised and gave Andrea all the wrong numbers at the start. Thank you. And because there's no dye in here, I can put these in one at a time. Whereas if there was dye, I'd try to put them all in together so that they took the dye at the same sort of pace, or shared the dye more. Here it's more about sharing the water. They're all water hogs. They're just like, yeah, we take all your water. No water for you. It's like the middle child gets no water. Oh, thanks, Andrea. And the DK takes a bit more water than the 4-ply. Not double, but you know, like maybe an extra third. There we go, because we just want to, that's it, thank you. We just want it under the water. Okay, I do like watching other dyes and the dyeing processes. Thanks, Sally. Because you guys, Sally dyes yarn as well. And I think Chris Bragg dyes too, don't you, Chris? I'm missing lots of stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to scroll back. Jesso just had a Bear yarn package arrive today. Can't wait to play with it. Bear yarn packages are available at places like Knit Picks, where you can buy like a beginner dye pack, which gives you like some undyed yarn and a little bit of dye. It's a lot of fun. I'm just making sure we've got a bit of warmth in here, because what I want it to do is, in the photo, you've got like because I mean I can't see inside the cup obviously, so I'm just going by the actual look of the photo here, but it looks like it's all cream and pale, and then really intensely burgundy with some of those burgundy speckles on top. And Sharon Waddell dyes as well. Okay, we got, oh, Chris does not dye. Oh, she showed my dye. Okay, Chris, I got it. I think I got it. Jesso gets hers from Knit Picks or Skeins. There you go. Deanne's in the chat. Hey, Deanne. I missed you there. All right. Now I'm just going to step over. Can I steal that? Oh, I've got one. It's all good. I got one. So this is the burgundy I've chosen to go with. It was a bit of a mix of a russet, a red, and a bit of a grey, just to try and tone it back a little. I'm pretty happy with it, so don't bag it out. And we'll see how it looks. We're just going to get this. So we're starting off with the softer tones of the burgundy, so that we can sprinkle some more onto it. So I'm just doing little bits. I don't have a bigger spoon available, otherwise I'd probably use a tablespoon rather than a teaspoon. But again, it seems we're going with softer colours again. But this is about to get a big power punch as well. So, and I really do only dye the one side of these yarns so that it breaks it up in your knitting or your crocheting. I definitely like it when companies do both sides, but I also like single side as well. I like both for different reasons, but personally I like to dye this as a one side thing, because the majority of your latte does not have the intense color and speckle. This is probably a dash pinker than I was hoping for, but I still like it. It's still good. We might toss some russet, some sort of rusted or rusty sprinkles through it. So I'm just adding, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm just quickly adding some to the 8-ply as well. What do you think? Do you like the color so far? I know that your screens will all be different and it will all show the color a bit differently, which is why we wait before we make final judgments until we see it dry as well. It's easier to see it a bit when it's dry. Sharon's, the last time I dyed, I did a felted vessel. I was aiming for a terracotta color, but ended up with brick red instead, trying to blend primaries. Yeah, look, it's more of an art than a science, let me tell you. When you're blending the colors, I mean, you need to understand what kind of primary you've got, because I know full well all reds are not equal when it comes to dye. When I dye a red, I tend to use multiple reds, multiple sort of tones of red to try and get what I like to consider a bit of a true blue red. So yeah, I'm just going to add a little tiny, I hope I can go slow enough, because I just want it to get in a little bit more. Oops, it's a big dark plodge there. Hang on, I just gotta get the jug with my other hand to here. The chickens have joined us in the dye shed. Welcome, chickens. Okay, now I'm just going to reach over and grab a glove because we're going to sprinkle or speckle. And while there's many things I will do without gloves, speckling is not one of them. So for my speckly colours, I've chosen to go with a burgundy and a russet. So the russet is our wild card. Can't get the glove on. Jackie's got to go. See you guys. See you, Jackie. What am I doing here? That finger goes in there. I'm trying to put 2 fingers in one hole. Good job, Chantel. I'll just get this out of shot while I try and do something that a 2-year-old can do. That's why I don't wear gloves, guys, because I can't get them on. Also, these are small gloves. Yes, small gloves. My hand. They've got a, that's it. That's where my fingers actually are. I'll try and pull it down a bit, but I don't think I'll have much success. Alright. I've got to try again. That's really... I'll put it on my left hand. No, I need it on my right, because I'm sprinkling. Alright, try again. I really don't like gloves. It's pinky. This is hilarious. Just want to ask, if someone's being naughty, do I remove them? Just pop them into timeouts, fine. Yeah. You should be alright though. Most people are pretty good in this chat. Freaky Geek we tend to give a bit more leeway to. Because Freaky Geek stuff you can take either way. It's Crochet Clock removes them. Oh, there you go. I suppose it depends on what kind of naughty they're doing. The chickens are in the house! Andrea left the door open! Oh man, that's hilarious. I thought it was just me who let the chickens in the house. I feel so much better now. So much better. Thank you, Andrea. I'm actually thinking I'm not going to do the russet. I'm just going to go with this, because the russet might send it a dash oranger. That's a word, right? And this gives us more the actual sprinkling of what that charcoal latte looked like. It really did look more red than brown. What was it like to drink black pearl nits? I've never had a charcoal. Oh, big splodge of stuff there. Hello. Hang on. We're getting there. All right. What do you think? Do you like? Put Andrea in the naughty corner. Andrea, the chickens are still coming in the house. You didn't shut the door. Just push it to the other side and shut it up mostly. The chickens can't get the door open. The chickens are totally in the kitchen. Thanks, Andrea. Oh gosh, alright. Try to channel your inner tattooist in those black gloves. Yeah. Sharon can hear the chickens. Rebecca's trying to be good, okay. I'm not. Freaky Geek says that we're not allowed to put Andrew in the naughty corner till after the live chat. You guys like it? It's very nice. Gorgeous colours. Yummy. Looks like boysenberry ice cream. It does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm really liking it. We're just getting a bit of heat in this. Oh, this one might help if I turn this one on. One wasn't on. So we get a little bit of heat in these pans so we can chat. Less distance to carry the eggs in. These girls are all so old that once the temperature drops, we get no eggs. Like Finn is the youngest, and Finn's 4 years old, so they're pretty old for chickens. Black Pearl said, looks beautiful so far. Looks good every stage. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you like our Black Pearl knits. We used Black Pearl Knits' photo as the inspiration, which you can see here on the left. It's my left. It's probably your right. It's on the screen somewhere. So I sort of pick colours is what I try to do with these photos as I look at them, and rather than try to encompass every colour because it could get quite muddy, I pick a few colours out of the photo and go with those. It beeped earlier, so I think it was on and you turned... Oh, possibly. That's possibly exactly what happened, Kim. Knowing me, I probably leant on it with my fat tummy. Stacel says that my hens are like that and they're 7 years old. Yeah. Oh, it's your left as well. Excellent. That's good to know, you guys. That's really good to know. Now, I'm tossing up. Should we add a bit more speckle in another colour? Maybe a chestnut rather than the... I'm just thinking the chestnut might work a bit better than the russet. Oh, now I want to add chestnut sprinkles. I keep calling them sparkles. I'm sorry. I know. What do you think? Should we risk it for the biscuit and toss a little bit of chestnut sprinkle in there, or leave it as is? Because that's my problem, is sometimes I just go too far and then go, that'll be good for tying parcels. Kim Nelson says, I'm good for adding brown sprinkles to the latte. Let's have a look. Let's see who agrees with me and Kim. We'll wait and see. There's 46 of you in the chat today. That's so awesome. Chestnut. I'm going to have to pop off. I'm going to go and grab the chestnut. Lots of people saying, do it, do it. Don't fall on the ground, microphone. It could be very bad for those listening, okay? Hang on. I'm just going to dig out the chestnut. Okay, you guys, we've got the dye. We're going to do it. We might add it to one and see what we think, and if we don't like it, we won't add it to the other one, but if we do like it, we will. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good compromise?
That's fantastic.
Did you hear what we're going to do?
Adding chestnut.
Add chestnut.
Love it.
Don't breathe. It's really hard to see while it's wet, you guys. What do you think? It's starting to do its thing there. This one will take longer because it didn't have its heat on. It's smart. No, I reckon we should add it. I'll just add it through the darker sections just to add a bit of extra tone.
I really like it.
You like it?
I do.
That's good. Alright, I'm being gentle. I'm being subtle, you guys, or trying for the subtlety of the sparkles. Sparkles. Why do I call them sparkles? I don't know why. Oh, hello. That was not subtle. So the problem is I go like this and then it falls off the tips because there's no fingers in there. Well, there we go. That to me feels a little bit more latte-ish. Science. And if you're doing sprinkles, I highly recommend gloves, okay? Also, a mask, which I did not wear. This glove is now rubbish. Thanks, Andrea. These look awesome! I'm totally up for this. Alright, let's have a read here. Tammy's got a scoop. Bye, Tammy. I missed what Freaky Geek said. Hiding is a good way to avoid the spanner. That's a good point, actually. That looks totally purple here. I thought you were prepping a different batch. Oh, it's not very purple. It must be the like this camera is not the greatest color, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a charcoal latte in the photo, which really came out like a burgundy kind of color in the photo. Everyone likes how it looks. This one's ready to go. That one maybe just give it another second. Thanks, Andrea. Okay. Bring that over, turn its heat on. Throw in another thing of water straight away because we've worked out that what I've got in there is nowhere near enough. Okay. All right. Chestnut brings it. Yeah, I think I agree. I think the chestnut, adding that chestnut to it sort of toned in the dash of brown a little, which eased up the pinkiness. Does that make sense? Eased up the pinkiness? Is that proper words? It's the words we're going with. Seriously. I'm really hoping that's not dye in my coffee. It's either dye or a bug. Alright. Or actually it's just a dark bit of coffee. Yep, mix it, mixed in. Yeah, coffee. Put the lids on. Yep, we're just letting this one get a bit more heat into it. And what we do is Andrea moves them to the side and pops a lid on it. So once it's got enough heat, but I forgot to put the heat on when we were working on this one. The heat only went on halfway through. Black Pearl Knits loves it. That's awesome. I'm still hearing maybe an upset chicken. Oh, that's just them. That's them. They're talking to each other. They've wandered away from the back door, which is great. But they are only about maybe 5 meters away, and their voices carry. Jess says that she could use a cuppa herself. Look, I'm all for the cuppas. Go hard. Okay. I'll get a bit of water into this one. So how are you all going this week? Was it exciting to find out we were doing a DyeStream? Were you all shocked and like blown away that it's not just a normal stream of boring Chantel talking and crocheting? Sharon says it looks a bit berry-like. I agree with you, but then I think that of the photo as well. So, and this one I may have gone a little harder with the speckles, so they'll really be like really intense pops of colour. Sally was so excited. Can we see them since they're created for live? What do you want to see that's created for the live? Kathy Breyer's never seen this done. It's so interesting. Thank you, Kathy. Kimberly says, I'm never boring. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Sometimes I honestly sit here thinking, oh my gosh, if this was like us in a real room, I would feel so rude, like just constantly talking. Totally excited for the DyeStream. Thank you, Christine. When I was sort of like, because the temperature really just dropped here all of a sudden one day, and it's more in the mornings. By lunchtime it heats back up again. We're getting to 30-degree tops. And but I thought, it's cool enough. It's cool enough that my laptop shouldn't overheat. I say shouldn't overheat and crash and burn, which is what the problem was. So during summer we couldn't do it because I've got no way to cool this area and dye. That's the catch. I've got places I can dye, but I can't set up any gear. Or I can dye here, which is where we normally dye, but I have to bring the computer out here and it just overheats, it gets too hot. And the reality is, guys, I use this little laptop to run my entire business and I don't want to risk killing it. So, what are you saying? I crashed? What crashed? Love Thursday and your live. It's like sitting and chatting. Who said I crashed? Oh, the chickens crashed the live. Sorry, yeah. I love watching DyeStreams from Annie. Awesome. I think, let me just, yeah, that's right to go now. Oh, now I've got dye on my hands. Good job, Chantel. You're very clever. Chantel, full of talent. Sticks a hand in the speckles to check the temperature. Real smart. I am so smart. SMRT. Do you guys remember that from, what was it? Simpsons. Simpsons. Homer used to sing it. Beep, beep. Yeah. Kim needs food. I need food too, Kim. Andrew bought me donuts. Carol says that I'm very entertaining and she loves how my brain works. I get frustrated by how my brain works, Carol. It's not reliable. Alrighty, let's see what the third photo is. I might have to mix a bit of extra blue, I think. I'll have to see, because I used a bit more blue than I anticipated. Sorry, I'll change the photo first, so be prepared that we might get a bit shaky as I change pictures. So you may recall this picture from earlier in the stream when I stuffed up and left it on the screen. So we are on to a Jedi Nightling picture of some plants. Now this is quite a busy picture and I'm hopefully not going to be doing that to the yarn that we dye, okay? So we're definitely going to be doing a few colours and we're going to be layering some colours. It's not going to be a glaze, Kim, but we're definitely going to be layering a few colours. We've got 8-ply for this one.
That's all that's left.
Yep, so we're going to go with some 8-ply for this one. And so it will be a bit of fun. So I'm thinking maybe a bit of a yellow undertone. What do you think, Andrea? Yellow undertone. Hang on, I just want to look at the picture again because I used to look at them on the screen while the live stream ran, but I can't do that now because the computer goes, I can't watch and stream. So let's see. Yeah, I think a bit of a yellow undertone would work for that, for sure. So I'm just gonna, I've made a bit of a warmer yellow than our usual. I'm just gonna see if I can. So I normally have a much sort of brighter yellow, like think the daffodil yellow, but this is a bit of a warmer yellow. And I thought what we can do, we can have our warm yellow undertone and then add in some of the burgundy. Have only got a teaspoon. Don't want to use that one. Look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one. Because I just want to add in about, I wanted 100. That's right. I'll add in I'll remember that. No, I won't. They'll be different. Alright, so we're just going with a pale yellow, because then we can intensify the yellow as we go in those sections that we want more yellow, but this way we get less chance of the white. There's a drip left. We'll add that drip. Alright, they do look a dash different in the pans there, but you know, one of a kind. And because we are doing the yarn in, I want to put them all in together so that they can try and absorb sort of a similar amount of the dye together. This went very pale.
Right, am I selecting anything else?
No, I don't think so. No, I think we're good. All right, you ready for the next? I'm ready for the next one. Thank you, Andrea. So what this has basically done for us is we've got the back side is not white or cream or undyed or whatever you want to call this color. It is more of a pale, very pale color. You can sort of see it coming around the edges a little. We're going to add actually how much? I might just add just a dash more water. We don't want it too wet for this one. And it's more that having the heat in there doesn't burn the wool, which is why I wear gloves, honestly, because I put my hands in it. Love a good croton plant. So many beautiful colours in the plant sleeves. I know, isn't it gorgeous? Where are we? Lots of people chatting. Where are we? Freaky said something and I missed it, and everyone's commenting on what Freaky said. Ugh. Alright, now we've got this beautiful burgundy or sort of pinky burgundy colour that we used in the coffee, and I just want to add some little bits of that. And we'll probably, what I'm going to be doing is adding some small sections of these colours, and what I'm going to do is mix the blue with some of the yellow to make our brighter green. And then I'm going to add some sprinkles as well for those deep, intense pops of colour. We're going to go with the chestnut. We're also going to go with sort of like a emerald kind of colour. Andrew, do you want to have a dig in the colours and see if you can find like a, I think there's literally one called emerald. I meant to pull it out, you guys, and I forgot. Oh, thank you, right in front of Andrea's hand. And so when I was organising the colours today, I wanted to make sure that we didn't have any colour waste, because dye is not free. And even though we use such small amounts for some things, we use lots for others, don't we, Andrea? Blurple is so dye hungry to get that gorgeous intense colour. It probably uses about 3 times the amount of dye of any other color that I have. But yeah, so I'm just sort of spooning it out to balance it all out, and I'm going to try and use up everything in this little jug. Does that make sense? So we're going to try and have a no waste dye day today. This is the last yarn, this is our last color for today, and we're going to go no waste. And we can go hard with the sprinkles to really pop the colour. So this is sort of like the warm yellow, and And then we're going to add in some more yellow on top, and then we're going to add the blue to the yellow, or we might actually add the yellow to the blue, and go that way. So oh, I went a bit hard in that corner. Try and balance it out. Alright, that one's all done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add in some of that intense yellow, but much stronger. So you'll see as we go through, it's much brighter yellow when it's just not mixed. But this way we've got the yellow base behind it. And we might throw some sort of reddy coloured sprinkles as well, maybe. We'll see how we go. The chestnut might be enough, but we'll see. But we want some more of that deep yellow in there. Sorry guys, I am trying to concentrate and read at the same time. We're all still going, the DyeStream's still running, you're all happy? Okay. Because the thing is, like, if you want these sections of yellow brighter, you just add dye on top of the same spot and it'll intensify it even more. But if you make it too intense to start with, you've got really nowhere to go. So I tend to be more cautious to start with, and then I get to a point where I'm just like, it's taken too long, pour, ruined. It's like anything, when you try to speed it up, you ruin it. Well, at least that's been my experience. Hopefully not yours. Alright, what I'm going to do now is add some of this yellow to my blue here. We've got a bit of a green, because the whole colour thing works. So it's not quite the same green as what our picture has. You might need a bit more yellow. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be identicals. And we are going to add some really nice pops of green with emerald sort of green sprinkles. Yeah, got to make that yellow prominent. Yeah, for sure, because it's so important. And we've got to get some red in there, because it's like the red veins of the leaves. But again, I don't need to pick all the colours. I can just sort of see how it looks and go from there. But we do try to make it even on all three skeins in the pan as much as we can. Because right now I'm thinking this is a bit pastel and a bit pale, but we're about to hit it hard with some sprinkles. So, you've got to remember, less is more if you're going to go hard with the sprinkles. But in saying that, we're using colours and sprinkles that are complementary to the colours that we're using in the direct pour method here that we're doing. So, a bit more green in that one. Splodge there. Boop. Alright. Okay, I do have more yellow here, so if we can actually just brighten up some of these yellow spots if we want. Because I don't intend to add yellow sprinkles, because we've got the yellow undertone, we've got the yellow spots. But what we can do is we can double down on the yellow sections. Sorry guys, I should keep talking while I do this, but sometimes I just get sucked into what I'm doing, making sure I'm making it even all across the board. Andrea's inside scanning more yarn. She tried to scare me. Failed. Looks quite pastel-y, doesn't it?
It does.
Looks a bit like a sherbet swirl. It's not going to look like a sherbet swirl for long. Rust sparkles, absolutely. So we've got that reddy brown definitely in the undertone there. Another bit of yellow on that one. It's a bit yellowless. Alright. We need another glove for me to destroy. For everyone to laugh at me while I put it on. It's a fail at gloves. Did not get my glove certificate when I was at school. Shush. Andrew is mocking me behind the camera, you guys. She's mocking me. Stop. I can't do it even worse when you laugh. Horrible people. Why do we have Andrea here again?
Who knows? I know. I'm going to take my Krispy Kremes and go.
Fine. Let's have a look. Rust sparkles. What a yucky day it is having in Adelaide, grey and miserable and rain, but that's a perfect knitting day. Freaky Geek said, don't take yourself out of your zone, you're doing great work. Thank you, Freaky Geek. That baby has such a long name. Oh, the royal baby. Someone's written the gloves are coming out. Alright, I'm not doing rust first, I'm going to do green first. We have emerald. This is just a straight up jacquard dye in emerald. No breathing. No laughing at my fingers. We're just going to go gentle with each colour to start with. If I can get any out. Yeah, that's me going gentle, FYI. Because this is where we get our colour pop. So we've gone subtle with our under. Now we're going to go hard with the speckles. But we want a few different speckle colours because of those veins and the spots on the leaves. And I mean, we've got a variation in colour here. Probably this burgundy was not the best choice. We probably could have used something a bit redder.
Still looks good.
It still looks great. I'm happy with it. And this green works with those colours. See that? Like, look at that. That's not intentional. That was naughty. I'm going to go russet instead of burgundy. Get some of that red in there. It's a new one. Woohoo! It's clean enough. Well, this is a real powdery one. Better watch out when we breathe. Now we all know the rules. Don't judge it in the pan. Wait till you see it on the line, otherwise it'll be like, oh my god, I ruined it. And also remember, it's only going on half. The other half is that soft yellow colour. So it'll tone out when you're knitting with it or crocheting or whatever it is that you want to do with your yarn. But I definitely like this red. Works as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what you guys are saying. Donna likes the different colours. You sure they are working? I don't know. There we go. Sparkle sprinkles time. I had planned to knit and forgot my sweater. Oh, good job, Freaky. Can you get glittery dye powder? I don't believe you can, but you can buy yarn that's got a glittery base in it, so you can still get speckled. Yay for the emerald and the russet. I agree, I think they've made it. I mean, there's some spots here I'm a little concerned about, but as I said, and more as a mantra to myself, wait till it dries. There's a few really dark spots, but that matches the picture in a way as well. But the thing to remember is there are 3 separate skeins in here, so there'll be like 2 skeins that are a bit darker. That one's probably a bit more even, whereas you're going to have a bit of extra green. So even though we've dyed all of these together, they're all so different. So when they finish heat setting and we rinse them and we dry them, the 6 of these skeins are going to look totally different from each other. There's not going to be any, you're not going to be able to go, okay, this was that pan and this was this pan. They're all going to be different even within the pan. I've just added extra fine glitter to dye powder for my niece. Will it stay on is the question. I can't imagine how it wouldn't sit in the yarn, would it? Oh, the different sparkles make so good. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And we'll have the subtle side, the other side, and we won't really have much white because of all the little splodgy bits we've done. There'll be some bit of white every now and again just to break it up, but not too much. Black Pearl Knit says it looks like an autumn party. It does rather. I'm not going to add any more sparkles to that. I was tossing up whether or not to add some more burgundy, but I think we're good. I think that would just be silly. Thanks, Andrew. So we're going to wait for these to get a bit of heat. Hey, Andrea, how would you feel about grabbing out our first tray and popping it through the spinner?
Do you want to wash it first?
Is the wash bucket ready? Yeah, just give it a dip. It should be alright. It'll be enough. Because there's no speckles on that one. So what we're going to do is, while these are heating up a bit, Andrea is just going to pop the grey kitty blue eyes. We've got to come up with a name for that. What's the kitty cat's name? That would be good to know. Yeah, I thought the glitter would rub out for sure. Lots of people chatting with the spinner of spinnery. I missed something. What have I missed now? I miss all the things. Because we're nearly due for ending off, but I just sort of wanted to show the difference between what it looked like in the pan versus what it's going to look like. I love it. If no one wants this one, I might keep it. You know, when you do something where you're just like, yes, I must have. Yeah, that's where we're at. Is that just 3 or is that 6?
That's just the 3 beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's alright. No, it's alright. We'll start there. That really is the spinner. That's the spinner. That's not Andrea. Just so you know. This is the best chat for talking about. Yeah, because I miss so much, you guys. It's not fair. I'm going to rewatch it and see what you've all said about me, though. I missed the name of the kitty cat. If anyone wants to put the kitty cat back in. Oh, he's a farm cat, so he doesn't have a name. What do you mean he doesn't have a name?
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to be called Farm Kitty Yarn. That's it, Farm Kitty. That's terrible. Why don't farm kitties get names? I don't understand, Andrea. My cat looks like that, and the name is Missy. Aww. Cold coffee, so tasty. Kathleen is loving the colours in the pans. Me too. The thing to remember is, and I don't want to move it around too much, is the back side will be much more subtle. So you'll have a break in. Oh, look at that. Touched it. Touched the speckle with my fingers, Andrea.
Oh no.
That it will have a break. It won't be this intense colour for the whole project. It'll be sort of splotched through. Oh, hang on. Make sure I've got no dye on my hands. You guys ready for the big reveal? This is nearly dry, you guys. I don't know if you can, how you can see. I'm just trying to keep it out of the pans. Nearly dry. We've got really subtle grey creams with this pale blue grey through. That's gorgeous. I can think of so many things I would make with that, Andrea.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
It's so pretty. We have 6. There's 6 of them. The other ones might have the slightly darker blue. Farm Kitty Yarn. That's right. That's what we're calling that one. That one's the Farm Kitty Yarn. Andrew's out hanging it out, so it'll be nice and dry. I was all blown out for you guys. Sorry, guys. I'll get photos up on Facebook, Insta, and on the website this afternoon once they're dry, so you can get a better look. Sorry, guys. I couldn't see it because the camera picked it up and just blew it out. So it just looked like white. It'll be a secret, but it's definitely not white. It's gorgeous. So make sure you're following Fiberific over on Instagram, on Facebook. So it's just at Fiberific everywhere. So I try to nab Fiberific on all the social media. So it will be going into the fun zone. That's right, Kim. So if you're not a member of the Fiberific fun zone, just go over and join, and we'll pop you in I'll probably put it on both pages, both the Fibrific business page as well as the Fun Zone group. So yeah, I'll just put it everywhere. I'll spam the photos out. Freaky Geek said, kind of look blue. Well, someone says, what I did see was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see if we can, Andrew's just spinning out the next batch. So I'll see if I can sort of hold it here and see if it can pick it up a bit better for you. So if you are not members of the Fibrific Fun Zone, go over and join that group. Kim's just popped up links for the Fun Zone and also the Facebook page. And also follow me on Instagram. I'm trying really hard to get Instagram up and running as well, because I love Instagram. It's like my happy place, is where I go to swipe. And if you want to, if you're interested in what could possibly be coming up in a future DyeStream, I'm thinking about running votes so you guys can help me choose which colors, because it's very hard for me to choose. So you can actually follow a hashtag. So you can go to Instagram and search the hashtag Fibrific Inspo, and there's a follow button, so you can follow it. So it'll come up in your feed when someone puts a new photo up. So that would be a bit of fun as well. So a bit more interactive too. Like, I think this is really interactive with us, like you guys posting the photo and me dyeing it, but I think it would be even more interactive if you could help me choose which of the photos out of what's in the Fun Zone, in the hashtag, to choose to dye. Kim's loving these colors. Thank you, Kim. Kim Nelson, that is. Kim Scullin's being naughty, and I don't do Tinder. I'm a married lady. Sally says, I think I might have misspelled Fibrific Inspo. That's all right. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. Insta is more of a scroll. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm going to hold it more near my face. All right, you guys. I don't know if you can see that. Let me know if you can see any of the tones of the blues and the greys. I've got it out of the light a little bit just so that it's not quite so blown out. So let me know what you think. What's that say? So prim. Is that what it says? I'm not sure. I think they're picking on me saying I was a married lady. So yeah, so I'm going to get Andrea to go and hang this out. Oh, it's attached to the microphone. There we go.
Oh, let me go.
There we go. They're gorgeous.
Beautiful.
They will definitely have a home if you guys don't want them. Very pretty, but so small. I agree. I agree. Very small. There's a little corner square. Sorry. We're going to get these guys with their lids on, and we're going to go and get all these finished. These guys will need a bit longer. I might actually pop their heat back on. I turned their heat off. I meant to get their lids on sooner, but I did not. Oh, but nice says, oh, I see something. Are you selling it? Yes, everything that we dyed today will be available for sale over on the Fibrific website tomorrow. So I'm not sure what time zones everybody is in, but at about midday tomorrow, they'll go up on the website. So that's midday is 20 minutes away from me for today. So basically 24 hours and 20 minutes tomorrow. So for your time zones, I don't know. I'm no good at time zones, you guys. Like, I can't even do what Sydney was on when it was in daylight savings. I'm very bad. So yeah, they'll all be available for sale. But the people who shared their photos will be contacted this afternoon with the photos to see if they're interested. Whoever posts the photo has first refusal at the Fibrific Limited Colours. So that, because they were the inspiration, so they should get some benefit. And there's no, you don't have to buy it. Don't feel like you have to buy it. Just put photos up. It's all good. But you just get first refusal. So if you don't want it, you just let me know that you don't want it. If I don't hear back from you in the specified time frame, it's going to go up on the website anyway. So there'll still be some stuff available tomorrow. So we'll have 6 skeins of what this is. There's the 6 skeins of the farm kitty. And there's the 6 skeins of, the latte, the charcoal latte. I knew there was another one. So yeah, Nature's Craft says she keeps refreshing. I'm not quite sure. Crochet pattern still not on the... Oh, no, sorry, Nature's Crafts. I got sort of sidetracked and didn't get it up there. Whoops, my bad. I'll get it sorted. I get sidetracked. Yeah, Kim can't buy any of them because they're all wool. So, you know. Sorry, Kim. I've got to get some silk in for you. I'm out. Where are we? Missed Kim being naughty. Kim's always naughty. Where are we? People being cheeky. There's people being cheeky. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm in the same time zone as you. It's easy to remember. That's right, Black Pearl. And it's midday tomorrow. All these yarns will be available. For those of you that sent me the photo, I'll send you an email or probably a message on Instagram, actually. I'll send you an Instagram message. So be checking by about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Be checking your inbox, because if we're not actually friends on Instagram, it'll relegate me to like the, you know, some rando wants to talk to you, and I'm a nice rando, honestly, I really am. I put up a picture of my pet, so I will not refuse if my kitties come up. Thank you, Odd but nice. It's Crochet Clock says, thank you for bringing DyeStreams back. No problems, it's Steph. The only reason they went away is because it got too hot. So they're going to be back on the second Thursday of each month, just like they were before. We're going to be changing a few little things with the Fiberific Limited coming through the website, so things will be available there. We're going to try to do a few more, like we used to do a single pan of everything, so we're going to try and do at least a double pan of everything. Maybe a couple of bases like what we did with one of the colours there, and go from there. But what's here will never be done again. These colours are the limited colours for the DyeStreams only. You should do an extra ones. I'm not going to do an extra ones today, Kim. I'm sorry. We're out of yarn. We used just about all the dye. Soz. Lindsay says, I'm in the US, so I'll probably be asleep when you post. I want a farm kitty though. Lindsay, if the kitties were yours, you'll get a text message, and as long as you message me back within a window between 4 p.m. this afternoon and about 9 a.m. tomorrow, just saying you want one, I'll just keep it aside until I hear from you again. So you let me know. But wait till it's dry. That's what I would say. I mean, I think they're going to be gorgeous, and I don't think they're going to change very much between being wet and dry, that particular colour. So we'll see how you go. Kim says, because we need to dye more for Redlands and Bendigo. We do, yes, we definitely do. We've got a list. We've got a big list of things. Black Pearl Nitsa says, this is perfect. I have a class to teach between 2 and 3, but I'll be glued to my phone for the latte.
I'm really excited to see that one.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the latte. Oh, not extra. Okay, sorry, Kim. I understand now. Kim's suggestion was not extra yarn today, but extra DyeStreams. Look, I'm happy to run DyeStreams if you guys are happy to watch me dye semi-solids and tonals. Like, we got a lot of those on our list. And it would probably be more of a case of we stick a webcam in the corner and Andrew's like, no, don't do this. We may not do this. It may not happen because I really need Andrea's help. So if she really doesn't want it, then we can't do it. Because I'm not allowed, I'm not going to be able to do it without Andrea. Bad idea. Back up. We're not doing it. Sally says, yay, extra days. Look, maybe I'll do like an extra run every now and again, and when Andrea's not here, and maybe just dye for half an hour and chat to you while I dye some semi-solids or something.
What's Kim saying?
No, it's not Kim. It's Sally Schilling. 2 hour extra DyeStreams. No, that would be. Crochet Clock says that'd be awesome. Kim just wants 2 hour DyeStreams. Kim, no, it's not going to happen. Productivity streams on Twitch. Actually, that sounds like a fantastic idea, Kim. I've got to make blinglets, and I've got to do all sorts of things between now and Redlands and Bendigo. So we can totally do some productivity streams. So if you guys, Kim, can you toss in a link to my Twitch channel? Because I probably won't throw productivity streams here on YouTube, because YouTube gets a bit funny about stuff. And so, but I definitely do those over on Twitch. Where are we? I'm getting all these messages through on Instagram. I don't know what they are. I'm going to have to check it out. Sorry, because what they're doing is they're blocking the, they're blocking my screen to see what you guys are all saying. Missed something. Don't get, I'm going to do a poll so you can ignore me. Oh, Kim's doing a poll on whether I do 2-hour dye streams. Good job, Kim. I'll totally ignore the results of that one too, okay? Behind the scenes, yes, Patreon live streams, watching me work. That's a great idea, Crochet Clock, because my poor Patreons get squat. You guys are brilliant and support me. And I don't really do anything extra on Patreon. I feel really bad, but I do try to do this every week, or you know, not exactly this, but I do stream every week. Odd But Nice is wondering what Twitch is, and so is Carol. Twitch is another portal where you can watch live craft. It used to just be for sort of gamers, and now they've got Twitch Creative, and you've got some amazing people doing phenomenal things. You can watch painters paint pictures and glass makers make frames. You know, there's just so much stuff over on Twitch for creatives now. So I think it's a really great idea to maybe do my productivity streams on Twitch. Kim says yes, do it for the patrons. And Twitch is another freebie. You don't need to pay anything to use Twitch. It's totally free. So you can go in there and just watch, sort of like what you do here, you chat. You do need to create a log-on, but again, it's still free. And if you want me to recognize who you are, try and use the same name, because I'm terrible with names and iconography. So seeing people's icons, they're so small, I just see that they're different. I don't see who you are. Bro, even if I don't get to talk to them, they like watching. Yeah, absolutely. And I've done some productivity streams in the past, especially around Bendigo, and I do feel a little bit bad about not interacting too much, but it's kind of the point. It's like, I'm here to work, you should be working too. Andrea and I can come and make guest appearances. I think Andrea would say no. What do you think, Andrea? That was a definite no, but it was like this, no. It was very little, but it was definitely there. You do get ads on Twitch, but they're not. Yeah, you definitely get ads on Twitch, but again, they're not very long. So you know, but the difference is they don't share with me. We could. Kim wants to come and make blinglets, so she wants to wear a mask, and they do. They have live chat as well. Absolutely, that's the advantage. Is I could still see that you're talking to me, and if I look up, I'll be like, oh hey, you know, kind of thing. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to well, I'm actually going to suggest that Andrea put lids on these. I'm just going to go and make a coffee for Andrea, I might say. And we're going to head off and get some more work done, but I hope you've all had a wonderful time watching the dye stream. The yarns will be available over on fiberific.com.au tomorrow after midday my time. And so if you want to get in there and check out what is available, that would be great. This is sort of our first run with this new like with phasing in a new process of putting them onto the website rather than just selling them through PayPal like with messages. It's a bit easier to track, make sure I don't mess it up. But yeah, it's been a great day, and I've really enjoyed sort of getting back on the bike and dyeing again. So I'll see you all next week for a normal live stream. Have a fantastic week, have a fantastic weekend, and I will chat to you all on Instagram, Facebook, Fun Zone, all those places. So I'll catch you later. Bye.